Haunted golf courses? Let's take a look at them. We're here at the 13 top haunted golf courses in order based on some information we're able to find. We want to turn this into a Reddit type feel, so feel free to add anything in the comment section. Starting off at number 13, we have Victoria Golf Club, where there was a murderer turned ghost, and the April ghost is seen on the 6th and 7th holes here.
Stories that you ring the bell, ghost will appear.
Doris has been seen many times. Gravelin, who had separated from her husband, apparently met up with him, and they went for a walk.
Walk like
a
none
walk
other.
around Victoria's
Even they
Seaside Golf
agree.
Club,
This
and
was
a
a walk
walk
they
that
shouldn't
would be
take.
Doris's last. The estranged couple was never seen again, at least alive.
She was supposedly killed, I think, up on the 7th tee, par 3 7th tee.
And 5 days later, Doris's dead body was found on the beach.
Interesting story of Dory Golf and a beautiful golf course in Canada. But we have 12 more courses here to take a look at in no particular order, just trying to hunt down some golf courses with ghost on it. And this missing body one on Oak Bay Beach, well, it has to be on this list of our top 13. So let's zoom on out as we bring to you lucky number 12. Taking a look here in Jamaica, have the White Witch Jamaica Golf Course, or the White Witch Golf Course, which is located on the historical Rose Hall Estate. Now this is a plantation where the plantation owner had a mistress that apparently now is the ghost that haunts a lot of the area throughout this. There's a lot of mystery, there's some voodoo, interesting stuff taking place in Jamaica at this golf course.
Stories of murders of slaves who fell victim to the witch. It is said that she still haunts the mansion and can be seen in the sugarcane plantations surrounding it.
Now this mistress is still haunting the golf course to this day. If you go out there and play an award-winning course like this, you might not see a ghost, but here you might. So that's what we're trying to do, is bring those type of list of interesting golf courses over to you. So let's turn it into a Reddit type feel. If you don't agree with it, there's still 11 more golf courses to take a look at it. And more importantly, we want to look at the golf course and see what it is. This looks like it's a parkland style, but you get some views of the ocean, so that's pretty nice. Swinging us now into number 11, and another interesting golf course. This one is in Australia. We're headed to Mount Lawley Golf Club, where if you dare to swing on number 13 at this championship course, you might have an interesting story with the hole named Satan's Elbow. At least this is the perfect shot of it. With an opportunity in the 1930s when this course and this history behind the haunting of the golf course took place. Michael Kennedy was found near the hole dead from interesting circumstances. Well, this is very interesting. The hole itself has a lot of history, mystery, and spooky events that took place, and a Reddit that goes crazy with these types of things. And you can go on, but we're now breaking into the top 10 golf courses that are supposedly haunted, and we're hoping that this list provides some educational golf content for you as we navigate this interesting list of golf courses. And if you like golf courses, let's zoom on in now to at least the next course, number 10, Church Stretton Golf Club in UK. Church Stretton, England. Well, this course has a lot to offer, but more importantly, it is public, so you can get a chance to play the course. What is the haunting behind this course? Well, we'll be happy to tell you with the Parfessor. This one has some interesting history as well on number 13, believe it or not. We keep running into this number. Area dates back very old, so it's got a lot of history and maybe even some ghost on the course. And on number 13, nicknamed the Bermuda Triangle of Golf, a lot of golfers hit their golf ball right in the middle of the fairway only to find nothing. That's one thing I am more scared of than anything on this list so far. As we zoom on out, it's important to note that this is an interesting list for the Parfessor as we try to provide you educational golf content. We wanted to get something out of the ordinary here. And as we move closer to some interesting golf courses, hit that subscribe button. As we move over to New York State, some of the golf courses we play on this channel, this one here, we have already targeted the Garrison Golf Club. This is an interesting, maybe the greatest scary story of all time. The legend of Sleepy Hollow and the Headless Horseman took place on the Hudson River Valley, and those maybe even played this golf course, or at least in this area. Now, when you tee off the number par 3 on 14, get off as fast as you can because you're surrounded by slave graveyards. These old tombstones stay there today. They're a little cracked and maybe a little covered with moss, but they definitely appear to be creepy. And some of the Reddit makes it seem like this is an interesting course to go out and play. If you did birdie 14, get off as fast as you can and move to 15. It's even scary to talk about. It gets me, can't even say it. Moving now into our next course, that is number 8. We're going to California at Pasatiempo Golf Course, where the famous golf architect Mr. Mackenzie, and we played a few of his course in New Jersey. If you like golf reviews, it's a good plug. We do this on this channel, but more importantly, this list is about him passing away, unfortunately, in 1934, where his ghost is supposedly all over this presence of this golf course. Now, as his ashes were dropped throughout the course, and he used to walk the course before his death, unfortunately, around that time. He did courses he finished designing were Augusta National. So you definitely know that one. You probably know the name, but the ghost apparently is at this course here. As we zoom on out, it's important to note we have 7 more courses. There's no point of fast forwarding. Each one is unique. Each one has an interesting story. And if you want to learn about more of it, just write down in the comment section which one you want to learn about more, and I might independently do a golf review on that one. I can't visit it unless we have more funding. But until then, let's take a look here at number 7. We're looking at the Trilogy Golf Club at Vistancia. This one made our list, and it's got an interesting story. That's because it's located on Native American grounds. There's supposedly Native Americans that cause some disturbance on the golf course. More importantly, the wind. All of a sudden you'll have unique wind patterns, and they call it the restless spirits. Perhaps this desert wind, or maybe it is something very interesting happening in this bloody area of history. If you want to learn more about this, you don't want to see just a quick summary like this. Maybe you even live in one of these houses around the golf course thinking you got a good deal, and then all of a sudden you thought maybe that the house could be haunted with Native American spirits. Well, that could be the pattern here at some of these courses. Now we have number 6, and I have a good one here. So let's swing on in to California once again, this time San Francisco. We're looking at Lincoln Park. This old golf course, not only is it surrounded by a cemetery, it was built on a cemetery. Cemetery is dated back and relocated in 1909. However, the 18th hole is said to be on top of unremoved parts of the old Golden Gate Cemetery. Now, when this move took place, maybe they knew, maybe they didn't, but there's an interesting history. And the course is said to be over 1,000 corpses spread throughout it. But we know when you hit off number 18, you'll be at least thinking that if you played this course in the future. Golfers have noted that they had their golf balls disappear mysteriously in the air, just never to fall. I don't know how true that is. You're going to have to use your judgment. Now, with 5 more courses to take a look at, we're bringing you some of the best interesting golf money can buy on YouTube, so subscribe down below. We're not going to care if we do a little plug along the way. We do golf reviews, but now we do interesting stuff like this. Moving into the Louisiana area, looking at Bayou Oaks at City Park. There's 2 courses here, but there's almost 2 different golf histories haunting it. There's an old grounds crew that supposedly haunts number 18, watching golfers making strange noises and sudden temperature changes, along with reports of his ghost being reported on number 18, playing some golf. Okay, and then there's another story where in the 1960s, a woman golfer was murdered on number 18. Although there was an arrest, police said they were never able to find out why she was shot. Adding to the mystery, the son of one of the investigating officers was found dead from a gunshot wound, apparently by himself. 20 years later, that very same green, you're able to play the course that this murder took place on number 18. Now with those two histories, the course dates back to 1899, so there's some interesting golf history that hopefully we can do an independent golf review on in the near future as we hit that state. Moving into number 4, another state we haven't played yet, Minnesota, to Montgomery National Golf Club, where there's 2 hauntings or spirits that are taking place here. There's the farmer that was buried on number 1, and then there's the club founder who does regular checkups on his beloved golf course. Now it's rumored to have televisions within the clubhouse just turn themselves off. And the air conditioning thermometers seem to set themselves to freezing and reported by members and guests alike. This is a spooky golf course and has numerous reports and stories independent that we can probably target if you were interested in learning more about this course. Maybe even visit those 2 courses that we just saw as we try to complete all 50 states here with the Parfessor. We're trying to find courses that have some interesting stories if we're going to spend a good chunk of miles and money trying to find these budget golf courses all around the United States. We've completed 34 states now. If you don't believe it, take a look at our channel. This is just something fun we do, and we make mistakes along the way. If you take it too serious, well, you're on a golf channel that's targeting, well, this time, haunted golf courses. Swinging into number 3, we have the Trails West Golf Course in Kansas. Believe it or not, another course we haven't played. This course, well, it was an old military golf course that was believed to be haunted by the ghost of Catherine Shutter, a settler who had 2 children that just vanished without a trace in the 1880s. This grieving mother spent months searching for her lost children, only to come up with a illness shortly later. It is believed that people seen a woman wandering around the golf course searching for her children. Also screams and hollers, apparently on Reddit, of people playing a golf course after they hit, and then they hear some interesting noises happening. This one, I tell you what, there seems to be some truth to it. If you're interested in learning more, we'll put down in the comment section, and we'll go back and we'll maybe visit this course. You'll do all 3. Try to knock out 3 more courses, playing 3 different states. Well, the next course, I was able to find some beautiful golf history while at the flea market. We play golf courses all over New Jersey, so we were very grateful to find some golf history. I've done it before. Take a look at the comment section where we're going to put a link of golf history that was lost and then found at another New Jersey course. This course has much more history. It's one of my favorite golf architect, Tittinghast, and its history belongs at the clubhouse, although it is a national landmark and you can't visit it. So it's a shame that you can't visit it once a year. To learn that it's haunted and it's listed as one of the most haunted golf courses in the world. It's another thing that we try to push on this channel for accessibility for people to at least see some of these beautiful private golf courses with their own eyes, especially if they're a national landmark. If you like that, the Parfessor is trying to do that, and we're going to lobby for that when we drop off this piece of golf history, 1970, so it's not that old, but 50 signatures. Maybe even we'll get it appraised by them and pull it back. We can't do that. It belongs at the clubhouse, and we'll never play a course like this. Hopefully you could play it, maybe even when we do a golf review, dropping this off, and if they're interested in us going there and dropping it off, they said they'll give us a tour, so we're going to hold them to it. But we asked before, and they politely sent us a book. Now, I'm going to be transparent. This is what we do on the channel. We try to review these interesting golf courses, and if it's a national landmark, well, I think there should be some opportunity for the public to view the clubhouse at minimum. But needless to say, we're just pushing our own agendas. So that's going to move us into this course, the famous Baltusrol Golf Club. Now, it's hosted the 2016 PGA Championship, but the actual ghost of the land before the course haunts it to this day, at least apparently. The Baltusrol farm, now he was a local owner of the farm. In 1831, there was a murder on his farm, and it's an interesting one. Now, it's apparent that the actual owner, old Bowlesy Rolls himself, haunts the grounds, and it's an interesting story with his murder. He was kidnapped and forced to try to give some of his fortune to two men. Those two men kind of saw their destiny. One overdosed, and the other one really wasn't trialed. He was tried, but there were so many circumstances. He ended up dying in Trenton State Prison. Now, I read the whole book that was provided by the historian when I requested a tour, and there was nothing mentioned of this, so we're very grateful to try to find this information and bring it to you. Now, again, it might not be right. There could be some missing parts. We need your help along the way. Write it down in the comment section. We'll even dig in more if we do visit these haunted locations and ask the questions that need to be asked. Moving us now into number one. Interesting story because it really kind of takes place on the lake, but that's on the golf course. It's considered one of the most haunted golf clubs out there, and it dates back to 7 hunters, not golfers, that were European, and they decided one winter to go help a deer that was caught on the ice. Well, that deer got away onto shore, but all 7 men were not so lucky. They drowned to their death as they plummeted into the ice. Now, it's important to note that these were Native American. They're kind of reading this. I probably should have mentioned that earlier, but this is an independent golf channel. We bring you the best golf content money can buy. More importantly, trying to tell you some educational golf content like this one being built in 1962. Only 9 holes in a par 36 stretching 3,013 yards. So it's a full 9. That's going to do it for our list. Keep a lookout for more videos to come. And if you're not watching, at least go formulate a plan to play an interesting golf course today.